went viral.
No more talking.
It's a crybaby.
It definitely got personal now. Just respond.
Holla, holla.
No other option.
We have to realize that it's 15 against thousands of people.
But win.
Basically what I see is two very good basketball teams fighting for their playoff lives.
Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Yeah.
Welcome to Phillips Arena in Atlanta for Game 6 between the Atlanta Hawks and the Washington Wizards. Washington looking to advance to the second round of the playoffs for the third time in the last 4 years, leading this series 3-2. But the home team has won every game in this series. We'll see if that changes tonight, and the Wizards can take Game 6 here in Georgia. Elsewhere in the playoffs, we look at the West bracket. Golden State has already moved on, waiting for the winner of the Clippers in Utah. Houston and San Antonio will meet in the Western Conference semifinals. As for the East, Cleveland, a sweep. Toronto closed out Milwaukee last night. And the winner of this series will take on the winner of Boston and Chicago. And speaking of the Celtics and Bulls, that game will start in just a little bit over on ESPN, followed by the Clippers in Utah. The Jazz looking to close out Los Angeles. And our game tonight airing on ESPNU while being simulcast on NBA TV. And hi, everybody, alongside Doug Collins, I'm Dave Pash. And Doug, this has been Game 6 between the Hawks and Wizards coming up. Washington leading the series 3-2. Starting lineups and tip-off coming up. We're ready for Game 6 in Atlanta between the Hawks and Wizards at Phillips Arena. Washington trying to close out the series, while Atlanta looking to force a Game 7, which would be back in D.C. on Sunday. Dave Pash, Doug Collins at the table. Israel Gutierrez will join us in a minute. And Doug, you played in a lot of Game 6s, coached in a lot of them as well. What's this like?
Well, if I'm Washington, I feel like I'm the better team. Am I mature enough to come in here and play 48 minutes and close this series out and move to the next round? If I'm Atlanta, I'm coming out with a lot of energy, contesting every play, transition defense, and getting it to Game 7 to put some of the pressure back on Washington going home.
The home team has won every game in this series so far. Take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Modelo Especial. For Washington, it'll be the same starting five that they've had for most of the year. Otto Porter coming off a solid Game 5 at 17 points in that game. Wall and Beal averaging 52 points per game. Schroeder, Hardaway, Taurean Prince, the rookie from Baylor, has been outstanding in the series. Paul Millsap and Dwight Howard. And now let's check in with Israel Gutierrez.
Thanks, Dave. With his team